And with me now, President of the Center for Security Policy, Frank Gaffney. All right, good evening, Frank. I can't count the number of times that you and I have warned the nation about the danger facing the power grid, and nothing has been done. Do you think anything will happen as a result of Rogers' statements that you've got China, Russia, a few others, and I even read, Frank, that there are cyber hitmen who can be hired to actually attack our grid?
Well, I want to echo what Congressman Frank said, Judge. If this does, in fact, get done, I think it will be in no small measure thanks to the efforts you've been making on this program to highlight it and make sure that the American people are aware of it before Mike Rogers stepped up. And by the way, this is only the latest warning. We've had at least 11 others. If people are interested in seeing the executive summaries of those, go to securethegrid.com. The warnings are consistent. Whether it's threats of this kind, cyber attack against the grid, whether by hacking gangs, if you will, or by states or state-sponsored hacking gangs, any number of opportunities there, or whether it's physical attacks, or whether it's, as Congressman Franks mentioned earlier, the electromagnetic pulse attacks. You know, if the power is taken down by electromagnetic pulse, it's not going to matter, frankly, whether we've got the best cyber protection in the grid or not. It will be down. But the point is that what we're hearing from Mike Rogers, I think, Admiral Rogers is indeed courageously pushing this out, is an appeal for help. And you and Congressman Franks talked about what's been going on with the regulators. Here's something you need to know. The backstory, Judge, is in 2005, the Congress said to this Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, you need to protect the communication systems that are the backbone of the grid, really. And they've been trying. There have been 5 different efforts. And just this month, on November 13th, this North American Electric Reliability Corporation defied a direct order from the FERC to get this problem addressed with a serious and adequate standard. And this is really intolerable.
Frank, my viewers are wondering now why. We rely on the government to take care of us. Why would they not?
Well, again, the North American Electric Reliability Corporation, or NERC, isn't the government. It's a trade association for all intents and purposes. It represents the industry. The industry has not wanted to fix these things. I'm very heartened by what the congressman said about Terry Boston. He is a leader in that industry, and he may make it possible for the rest of them to do what's needed here. But, Judge, what's been a travesty to this point, and I don't think that's an exaggeration, a travesty that is putting millions of our lives at risk, and our society, our country at risk, is the industry's refusal to take the sorts of steps in the cyber domain, in the physical threats domain, in the protection against serious solar storms. And they're coming, for sure.
Shame on them.
This needs to be fixed, and thank you for your help in getting them to do it.
All right, Frank, and thank you. While we spend money on protecting on allowing the illegals and the enormous impact that's going to have on our economy, and yet we are so selfish with protecting our grid. Anyway, thank you,
Another
Frank.
travesty.
Thank you for being with us this evening.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And coming up, the